I run this YouTube channel as well as all of my social media all by myself. I don't take on any other help. So I wanted to share with you guys how I do this all by myself solo and within just a few hours to get a YouTube video out every single week for you guys. Today, I'm going to be walking through my step-by-step process of how I come from idea to published video within just a few hours and literally every single tool and step that I use along the way, including things like Notion, CapCut, ChatGPT, Canva, Whisper, Substack, all of these tools that I use to make this video happen. So if you want to learn more, and make sure to subscribe to my Substack where I go through everything more in depth. I come out with a new either podcast or YouTube video every single Tuesday. So make sure to subscribe to the Optimization Toolbox. And if you're not following me on LinkedIn, that is actually one of my main platforms. So if you want to follow me on there, just look up my name. So one of the things I recently changed in my process is I've decided to narrow my content down to 5 different pillars. So those pillars are content and video, personal branding, marketing systems and AI, digital organization, and Notion. So those are the 5 things that I'm going to be talking about on this YouTube channel as well as on my Substack. And so it's actually helped me kind of narrow down what I really want to niche down to on this. So when I'm thinking about content ideas, I'm trying to think of something within those 5 pillars. I think this is important for all content creators to have sort of a niche, but it doesn't have to be too narrow because sometimes you get kind of stuck in that niche. Sometimes I'll just think of a content idea. Otherwise, I'll ask ChatGPT for ideas if I'm stuck and I can't think of anything. Usually I have a running list of about 10 to 15 ideas that I want to do at some point, and I put them into Notion inside of a future YouTube ideas folder in a database. And so I can show you that on the screen right now, but basically I kind of prioritize it. I can also plan it out by date. So that's helpful for me if I'm thinking a couple weeks ahead. I don't usually think more than 2 to 3 weeks ahead because it obviously changes based off of the world and what I'm feeling. So I really don't have a really long-term content plan. It's usually just a week or 2 in advance. It keeps it really realistic and flexible for me as someone who is an ADHD or who is autistic, who changes my mind a lot. A lot of times I'll spend the week kind of thinking about what I want to talk about, and then on Monday I'm ready to go and film. I have designated Mondays as my filming days so that I can have everything ready by Tuesday so that I can actually hit publish. So I literally film and edit on Monday and have it ready to go by Tuesday. I used to publish same day, which I think is crazy now, but I used to really go and just like literally the moment I finished editing, I would just publish it. And I was like, I need a little bit of time to make sure it's good. And then also I publish it first thing in the morning around 9 o'clock. So the first thing that I do is I kind of go to ChatGPT and have it help me kind of figure out, okay, what's the outline? I'm not actually scripting this at all. This is all me talking out of my mouth and just kind of talking out of my head. But really I have like kind of an outline of what I want the video to be. And so that's the first thing that I do is kind of have ChatGPT help me outline the video based off of the talking points that I want to have. So I sit here, I make sure everything's charged on my DSLR. I hit record and I just start talking. I do everything in one take. And if I make a mistake, I just stop and then I know I'm going to edit it in post. So for me, this whole video is going to be in one take. So it depends on the type of video. If I'm just doing a talking to camera video, I'll just use this. But if I'm going back to do like a Notion tutorial, I will go and then film from my computer, and I use a software called OBS, which is great for sort of do more screen sharing, and then you can also put yourself in the corner. So anytime you see a video of me doing a Notion video, I'll be recording it on my computer using OBS. I either just use the microphone on my computer or I actually have a separate microphone system with a mixer, which I use for my podcast. And sometimes I'll use that. It's a little bit better audio for me talking. Then once I'm done with the video, we move on to editing and AI support, which is the section that's really more of the hands-on part. That's actually the part that takes the longest for me, is actually doing this part. Obviously editing takes some time. I'm a pretty fast editor. I went to film school. I do editing full-time for my business. So for me, I really am good at editing my videos quickly. I try not to put too much edit in them because again, YouTube is not my full-time job. I'm doing this for fun and kind of just as kind of a side thing, and I want it to grow. But for me right now, I have to prioritize my clients and my other business. So I try not to over edit everything everything and spend hours and hours and hours on the edit. I spend maybe an hour total on the edit, and then I'm ready to go. And that's really all I do for my videos. I use CapCut, which is an amazing tool. I've been using it for about 2 years now. It's great for both vertical and horizontal videos. So I use it for a lot of my clients as well for vertical short form content, whether that's making reels or TikToks or LinkedIn videos. And you can actually turn long form videos into shorts, which is really, really cool. And I can show you guys maybe how to do that in a future video, but it's really something that I highly recommend using. If you haven't found an editing tool, I think CapCut's great. I pay $20 a month for the pro version. So once I'm done with my video, I export it as an MP4, and then I also can either export it with the transcript. Otherwise, I will export it with an MP3 and then pop that into a software I use called Whisper Transcription, which then what it does is it transcribes it into segments. So it kind of gives it a little bit of timestamps. Then I pop that into ChatGPT and I ask for the following. I say, what is the best title based off of SEO, the description, timestamps, tags, and then I also ask for a quick Substack draft and thumbnail ideas. So I really use ChatGPT more on the back end after the video is done. I don't really use it as much up front, but I mostly use it in the back end because that was the part that used to take me so long because I'm not really a writer. And for timestamps, like having to go through and find the timestamps, it was just way too much work. So doing this and then optimizing tags for SEO on YouTube is also really important. So I really make sure that my video is completely optimized to the best of my abilities based off of what ChatGPT recommends. And then I also ask it to come up with thumbnail ideas. I first have it write out thumbnail ideas, and then I have it mock up one of the ideas. And then what I do is I actually go into Canva and try to recreate that. So I don't ever actually use the thumbnail from ChatGPT. I will get ideas and then actually make it myself in Canva. And what I usually do is I take a photo of myself the day that I film, and I take that on my iPhone. So it's a photo that I take on my Instagram stories. So I have a little bit of a filter, and then that I can airdrop that over to Canva on my computer. So once I have the idea for the thumbnail, I work on that in Canva. I actually have different backdrops for my videos based off of the different pillars. You might not have noticed this, but depending on what it is, I'm changing some of them right now. Basically, like if it's a specific color, I'm trying to think of an example. If it's green, that means it's a digital organization video. If it's pink, that means it's like an AI video. So I have really specifically made different color backdrops based off of the type of video that it is. So basically AI is doing all the little things that I don't really want to spend my time doing, and it speeds up the process so much so that I can get back to working on other things in my business. So the next step, which is the last step, is uploading the video and uploading the Substack. So first I upload the video, I add all those things that I created, the thumbnail, add anything else that I need, and then I schedule it to go live, I think like 8:30 a.m. the next day so that it's ready to go. Same with the Substack. So then I embed my YouTube video into the Substack. If it's a podcast as well, which I also didn't mention, every other week I do a podcast interview, and for those I just use Zoom, and then that's it. And then I edit on CapCut. I do the exact same process. It's just filmed a little differently. And with that one, obviously I'm working with somebody else, so then I tag them on things like LinkedIn and Instagram, that sort of thing. But if it's a podcast, that I also add the actual podcast file from CapCut into Substack so that it actually goes live on Spotify and Apple. So that's the only difference. I don't ever turn my YouTube videos that aren't interviews into podcast episodes because they're very visual and they wouldn't work on a podcast medium. So I just don't turn those into podcasts. So then once it's done, I take that final thumbnail and I put it back into Notion because I kind of have a list of all the videos I've done and kind of track the metrics on there. So I see over time, like which ones have done the best, because for me, I want to know, okay, for example, some of my Google Photos videos have done really well. Some of my Substack videos have done well. I did a video about Spotify that did really well. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, what other ideas around these could I do that would be really helpful for people? So this is how I can create a YouTube video every single week, as well as a podcast every other week. And it is able to do it in just a few hours. I don't really spend, again, like I am not wasting time when I'm doing these videos. It's very specifically, hey, I'm sitting down, recording, editing, publishing, and then I move on to the next thing. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, and a lot of people on YouTube are not full-time YouTubers. Do I make some money on YouTube? Sure. My goal for my YouTube channel is to just grow my personal brand, and eventually I want to do more with maybe Notion consulting or Notion courses, eventually do more on content marketing, digital organization. So I have some stuff available now for people, but my goal eventually is to grow to a point where people are buying, content stuff from me or different things that I'm making. But right now, I don't have too many things that I'm selling. I just have a Notion course, a digital organization course, and some Notion templates. My goal eventually is I'm writing a book, and then I want people to find out about me and my book from my YouTube channel. Obviously, I'm using it as a way to show myself in a way that, I'm working with clients right now, making them videos. So I'm just kind of, this is kind of for fun for me and making it part of my brand. Again, I'm a solo person. I don't outsource any of this. I do everything myself using obviously ChatGPT as kind of my personal assistant. But that's really what I do right now for my channel. Anyways, I hope that this is helpful. If you have any questions about any part of the process, if there's any app tutorials you want to see, I'm always looking for content ideas. So make sure to leave a comment below. Make sure to subscribe to my Substack. And I hope to see you guys in the future in a future video. Hope this was helpful for you guys to kind of see my current content workflow. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.